classes start with a bell ringer task. This is a short exercise that students complete in the first 3 to 5 minutes while the teacher is attending to attendance and other things. Journaling to a provided prompt or question is a pretty typical type of bell work. However, for the average middle school and high school ELA teacher, I would question this option. I know many teachers who spend hours of their evenings and weekends poring over these journals, reading and commenting on every one of them, hauling home 120, 150 spiral notebooks every week. Hey, if it takes us longer to assess it than for students to create it, I think we have to consider a different type of bell ringer. So let me give you some alternatives. The first is to provide a short passage. What if students came into class and projected was a paragraph or two, nothing more than that, of new and unfamiliar text, probably something high interest and an article you found online, and you projected it? Students then, during bell work, read the passage and had to identify a 4 to 8 word main idea title. If you remove the headline, then there is no main idea, and they have to use their reading comprehension to determine what the article is all about. Or if what you project is a really descriptive paragraph that you found or just crafted yourself 3 or 4 sentences about, then students who've been working on visualization could grab a sticky note, read the passage, and sketch out what they're visualizing. Now, what are you grading for bell work? A 1-sentence main idea or a sticky note sketch? A second option for bell work tasks doesn't use short passages, but photographs. What if students came to class, saw a photo, and had to participate in a single sentence contest? If you've been working on compound sentences, they could have to produce a single compound sentence about that photo. If it's dependent clauses in complex sentences, then that's the requirement. If you've been working on similes or metaphors or prepositional phrases, that is a requirement in the contest entry. All of the students are using the same topic, the same photograph inspiration as the subject matter for their contest entry. Or photos are great for any part of speech. What if you just projected the photo and they had to make a list of 10 nouns evident, or 10 verbs, or 6 verbs and adverbs they can see within that visual? Or if the visual was really busy, like a Where's Waldo scene, and students came in and had to secretly identify one subject within the image, and the task: write 10 prepositional phrases so the class can guess which character you are. I am behind the such and such. I am next to the such and such. I am looking toward the such and such. What I love about the idea of photos and visuals is you can use the same ones over and over for different literacy skills. And beyond still images, you could also use moving pictures or videos, video clips, short 10 to 20 second clips from movies, popular videos, commercials, even clips from things like America's Funniest Videos. If in your reading instruction, you've been working on asking questions and making predictions, what if you turned the sound down on an AFV video, and while watching that short 10-12 second video, students were making a list of questions and even predictions as to what was going to happen? Then play it again after we share out our questions, our thoughts, and see if we were right. Or if the short clip included dialogue from, say, a popular movie, you could, for bell work, have the transcript typed up of what is said in that 17 seconds minus all punctuation. Students then view the video and insert all of the end marks, the commas, even the quotation marks for dialogue. For me, bell work buys me the first 3 to 5 minutes, yes, but it jumpstarts the class, meaning it's exciting. Students are motivated to dive in, and photos and videos and high-interest, short print text can do that. I'm not looking for a lot of grading after the bell work. I'm looking for it to prime the pump and get them ready for the rest of the class period. For a list of suggestions and execution tips, download the Bell Ringer Activities document that is available within the print version of this video article.